Now, let's come to discuss about the concept of the business venture. If you want to set up your own business or a shop, right? So, what are the requisites, skill, and competence that need to be required to start this one? So, to cater this in this industry, even though to help our nation.
To begin with, if we want to start our own outlet, before we move on to that, I would like to discuss, for example, let's say we have to open an own outlet, so we need to really focus on what is the earning that we are expecting to, for example, I will take, let's say I want to have a turnover of, yeah, I want to sell about 2 lakh pieces, 2 lakh money I want to earn in a month. So if I want to earn 2 lakh rupees, that means if I'm going to divide in 30 days, for 2 lakhs, obviously I need to sell at a rate of, let's say, 300 rupees per piece. So I need to sell in a month 667 pieces. That means if I am working 6 days and 8 hours shift, so that means I need to really sell 28 pieces per day, then only I can really have an achieve an overhead of 2 lakh money, which I am expecting in a month's time. Now, first of all, one should have a clarity as to what type of business you actually want to run. Whether you want to go into children wear, or whether you want to enter into women's wear, or whether you want to go into, men's wear, or home furnishings, textiles, carpets, bed linens, duvet covers, whatever. Now you have to be very, very clear in the concept that what all area you really want to explore. Once that has been done, then the second step would be you need to understand the market, which market you want to cater your product to. Market in terms of which is the particular area you feel where the population density is high and you feel that there is a potential customer for the product you want to sell. Now, if we take, let's say, for example, I want to open a jewelry shop in a scooter market. That means it will not work out because that area is basically catering to repairs of the scooter. And if I'm going to open a jewelry shop, nobody is going to come there. So before you want to open a shop, some groundwork has to be done, and that is, first we need to analyze which is the market where I want to cater my product. Secondly, I need to understand that what product I have selected. Let's say if I have selected kids wear, I need to understand which are the competitors who are actually growing and actually selling kids wear in the market, what all products they are selling, what all styles they are catering to. That understanding will obviously give me a brief up, yes, that this is particular area which has not been tapped by my competitors and I can work upon that area. Once you've analyzed the competitor, then you need to really see that what kind of consumer you want to cater your product. Now, when I talk of what kind, that means what is the social class or the income status of the category whom I want to cater my product. Whether I want to go in for upper class, whether I want to cater my product to the middle class or lower class, that has to be decided, because based upon that only you will be keeping all the products in your outlet. Once that has been decided, then doing a market survey, you need to analyze the behavioral aspect of your consumer, where you need to understand that who all are the consumers and what is the demand of the consumer in that particular area, what your consumer is demanding, because as we know that consumer is the king these days. So we need to understand what is the potential consumer and what my consumer is actually demanding. Let's say, what for example, my consumer says I want red color, so I can't provide him black color because then that product will not sell. We have to remember that a good product in a wrong market will never sell, and a wrong product in a good market will also not sell. That has to be really taken care of. Secondly, I need to understand what is the layout I am trying to plan and the location of my particular outlet, that whether the location is actually suitable, whether it is convenient for my consumers to really come in. Is it that the location is somewhere in the suburb and my consumer cannot come? So that has to be taken care of. Even if your outlet is very, very beautiful, but if it is not convenient for your consumer, he will never enter your shop. Then you need to understand the manpower availability in that particular area, because you will be hiring people to keep in for selling of the product. Now, hiring means you need to really have people who have knowledge and who are little bit not illiterate but literate, and obviously who have good communication skills. So for that, you need to see that whether your outlet or the area where you have selected to sell your product, is it a suitable area? Is there, you know, a lot of availability of manpower also? And then whether the transport facility of that area is good or not, that also has to be taken care of. Another aspect is electricity, you know, and the water supplies, all that has to be taken care of, that all these things are readily available in the area and in the location where you are trying to sell your product. Once that has been finalized, then you move on to the, you know, seeing of or seeking of the product which you want to sell. That has to be taken care, what all brands you want to keep, whether you want to open your own brand outlet or are you starting a new line, whether you want to open a new boutique type outlet or a designer outlet, that will be decided based upon the consumer analysis that you have done. Then skill competencies, obviously once these things have been decided, it becomes easier for you to open an outlet. And then the another factor is that you need to market your product. Now marketing can be done in two ways. One is you can really do advertisement, hire an advertising agency who will help you in advertising your product and your outlet, or you can, you know, participate in various fairs, trade exhibitions where a lot of footfall is there. The most important thing when you're opening an outlet is the footfall. You have to understand what is the footfall of that area and how many people actually visit your store. So when you participate in trade fairs, then you don't need to worry about the footfall. Why? Because lot of thousands of people, you know, come in that trade fair and they interact with you. And if your product is actually good and it is excellent and par apart with others, people will definitely buy your product. From there, your goodwill and your interaction and your communication with the consumer will begin.